What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Slackercast. With me today is the sick one, Hayden Cornelius,
Hello.
Corey
I'm
from
trying.
Smores Indoors,
What's up?
Lawrence, and your mom's favorite something or another, Dustin.
What's up, everybody?
I brought everyone in by the order that they joined the stream tonight. Did that bother you, Lawrence?
No, I understand. I think it should be Hayden going first, anyways.
What?
You know what?
He has more clout.
I don't know, man. I want to stay. I want
I
to stay
don't.
happy. I want to stay happy about this before he infuriates me. So.
Well, you had a good run, Hayden. Hope you enjoyed your time on the Slackercast.
Well, luckily I can barely talk, so
That's good. That means your hate won't come out as clearly.
yeah.
Let me do this. There we go. That's better. All right. So today we're going to be talking about Ghostbusters Afterlife. We're going to spoil anything and everything about it because we don't want to leave anything out. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like listening to a review that's like non-spoilery. I'll just wait till I watch the movie and then listen to the review on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're either going to see it or you're not anyway, you know? Like, what's
Yeah.
the point of watching a non-spoiler review?
You son of a bitch! I ain't gonna watch it now.
Yeah.
But what's everyone been up to other than that this week? Lawrence, you go ahead. I want to hear about your exciting life.
Well, let's see. Other than that, I've just been keeping up with a lot of stuff that's going on in wrestling now. I don't know if you guys watched
you
Full
actually
Gear.
did bring that up.
Yeah, did anyone else see it? Corey, I know that you're big on it.
I watched it.
Any thoughts of what's going on now, or guys you've been following?
Are we talking the MJF CM Punk thing? Is that what you're talking about?
I mean, just everything
Well, that
that's
was
been going on
post Full
that.
Gear. I
And,
mean,
Oh.
yeah,
honestly, Full
like
Gear.
Hangman
Like,
winning it, Adam Page being the new champion.
I don't like Adam Page being the champ. I'll say that.
That came out of nowhere for me because he comes back off his injury, and I have no clue who he is, and he just wins it. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Look,
But apparently he's
know-
big, so
I know that dude is talented, and I guess he's good looking too. I don't, because fucking ladies seem to love him. But like, I don't know,
that
man.
cowboy shit.
I don't feel like he has the star power to be that champion yet over there.
Not with all the people they've brought in since.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. Like early on, that would have been fine, but now,
Like, don't you think, like, Danielson should beat him pretty much here? I mean, that's what they're leading up to, those two, right?
Yeah, definitely.
and they're probably going to put him over Danielson if I would guess on
Whoa,
that.
I
yeah,
think that's stupid. But
yeah.
That would be dumb. That's one thing that it's weird about AEW is like the championship is like just one guy going for the belt. Like there's no like CM Punk and MJF and all these other guys aren't title contenders.
yeah, because they do it. They do it by their rankings. Like you have to work your way up the rankings in wins. Like that's like a record base, so you got to work your way up to being a contender, which is going to handcuff them, I think, at times.
And they don't do rematches apparently. Like once you lose, you fall to the bottom of the rankings again.
So it's like UFC but
wrestling.
Yeah,
Sort of, yeah.
Weird. That's weird.
And I was
it
talking
is kind of weird. But
with Greg earlier yesterday, and I was like, why do everyone hate Cody Rhodes? You notice that?
oh yeah,
what
me
has
and
he
Lawrence
done
had a great
wrong?
discussion about this actually, and like we were talking about this, and like the reason nobody likes Cody Rhodes in AEW is because he's a WWE guy. Like everything he does is like WWE caliber, and he's doing it in AEW. Like he's acting like a WWE wrestler in AEW, and it's just not working.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like the big grand entrances
Heat
and his
magnet.
mediocre fucking matches, the cookie cutter bullshit. And
I mean, he's like born and bred WWE guy, right? He wasn't like doing indies before WWE, so
yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of Just.
Well, he's got like the.
But the thing
reality
is,
TV
in New
show
Japan,
and
he wasn't
everything.
like that. Like New Japan, he didn't feel like he was as WWE.
Yeah, he feels
That's the
Cena.
thing.
I don't know.
But that's what I got, man.
What do y'all think of that MJF and Darby Allin match, though?
Oh,
That was
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, that was perfect. Man.
I know you loved it, Hayden.
So, dude, when the guy jumped on the other guy,
That's like the whole thing.
I
What
don't
about that?
joking.
What about the promo though with MJF and Punk on Rampage?
See, that's one thing I think Hayden should watch to see what wrestling can be when they had that promo.
Okay, what is it? I'll look it up later.
It's an MJF and CM Punk promo, I guess. I don't know
Yeah,
what it is.
okay.
Maybe someone can find it, put it in the private chat. The link.
Yeah, it'll pull up two different ones. It'll pull up their first interaction where Punk just turns his back on him and walks out. That's not
Fuck
the
it,
one
I'll-
you want.
I'll find it and put it in there.
All right.
One last thing before we get off the subject of wrestling.
But hold on, I want to talk about that promo real quick because
Go ahead.
that promo is probably the best promo that's been in wrestling in a very, very long time. Ben Grimm agrees.
it
The
was,
promo was
yeah.
great.
Shout out to Ben Grimm.
Hell, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved everything about it, man. It was so like old school.
There you go. It's in the private
I
chat.
went in hating
Awesome.
MJF and ended up loving him after all this was said and done. He's probably my favorite guy right now.
Hollywood Jake Time Walker says his favorite wrestler is Jimmy King.
I tell you,
Is it because he rules you, Jake? Is that why?
my favorite line in it was Punk with the calling him a less famous Miz.
Oh,
You know-
that's gotta hurt him.
I love that line, but I love the way MJF always delivers his tagline. Like he gets towards the end there and he tells Punk, he's like, "You may call yourself the greatest of all time, but I'm better than you, and you know it."
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Everywhere he goes, he's gonna get needle dick chants now.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as he comes out, it's gonna be needle dick, needle dick.
It was good though, man. I hope they put on a good series there. Whenever
What I
they
was
do a
gonna
match.
tell Corey was, did you hear rumors that Triple H is trying to break away and start his own company with Stephanie? You think anything like that could happen?
I don't think that's happening. She's too tied with her dad. I just don't think it's happening.
I hear you.
I think Triple H probably wishes that
Yeah, definitely.
he could leave, though. I mean, let's look at the facts. Like Vince has fucked him over in the past year,
Big time.
bad.
In
So
regards-
I'm curious, like what he's thinking. Like he's never gonna say anything publicly, but like what's going through his mind nowadays?
Dude, he took NXT and made it like the thing. And then Vince took it away and destroyed it completely.
Yeah.
I was listening to the Cornette podcast, and they were like doing the review on Survivor Series, and like Brian Last pointed something out about Vince, and I've noticed this too. And he kept talking about how like it's like Vince can barely talk anymore. Like everything he says is always kind of like this, just always mumbling.
He's just old, man.
Can't really say anything. He doesn't have that Vince anymore.
Yeah.
And it's all a mumble. Like he can't be that character anymore. But he's still
probably
trying
just-
to be.
He's probably just mad at Triple H for drugging his daughter and marrying her
Oh, yeah.
in a drive-through wedding chapel.
What the fuck?
He should be mad at
actually
Macho Man
happened?
for boning her when she was 16.
But was that Macho Man too? Did he do that same thing?
That's a
Rumor.
urban legend.
That's one of the wrestling urban legends is that the reason Vince hated Macho Man is because he like had sex with Stephanie when she was underage.
I don't buy it. But
It probably all had to do with the Slim Jim deal, honestly.
Yep, that Slim Jim shit.
I honestly
lost so
feel
much
like the
money
best
off that.
thing to happen with WWE is for them to sell the company and maybe let Triple H be the booker.
I mean, I guess I'll buy it if no one wants it.
There you
Man,
go.
That's honestly what I think is probably about to happen. Is they're probably about to sell. But I mean, that's kind of a big deal for like me and you, Corey, considering how long we've watched WWE. Like for them to sell.
Part of me hates to see that because, it's like the like some of the rumors with them selling to NBC, because of the whole Peacock deal and everything.
Uh-huh.
But like, I could just see NBC in a couple of years, if they haven't made much with it, just cutting their losses and shutting it down, and that'd be like devastating.
No, it might have been one of you guys who I heard say this, but there's rumors that Disney, if they sell, wants to buy it.
And Disney would too. Disney would fucking buy it.
They buy
How do you
everything.
guys feel about that?
There's talks that they wanted to buy DC. I was like, God damn.
We'll buy Marvel and DC.
I'll tell you one thing. If Disney buys it, you think there's too much content on right now? They'll have way too much wrestling every week.
Oh, God, there'll be a wrestling show every day of the week.
There is.
Every wrestler will have their own TV show on Disney+.
I don't really have anything else to say about wrestling. I don't know if y'all wanted to touch on anything else. I just wanted to really mention the promo. That's about all.
Yeah, it was good. Every week AEW wins my heart over just a little bit more.
Yeah, whether you're a fan of wrestling or not, go watch that promo. I think you could enjoy it.
Okay.
It was good. But moving on. Well, that was Lawrence's little what he's been up to things. What about you, Hayden? You went to Colorado. I want to hear about this.
Yeah. Well, I probably wasn't going to ski anyway, but there wasn't enough snow for anyone to ski. All the slopes were closed. We're in Breckenridge, Colorado. And it was fun. It's a nice little town. I'd never been there before. The altitude, though, apparently it's one of like the higher altitude places. It was killing me. That and I'm out of shape. But
if you did ski and you started off of a slope, but somehow you fucked up and you ended up backwards.
Oh God.
How bad would you be panicking?
Pretty bad. I'm not very good at skiing. I did it a couple times as a kid, and then a few years ago. And when I did it a few years ago, I was not good at it. But
is there still ski classes?
Yeah, and that's what I should have done. I should have just taken like a couple hour class or whatever they do. But regardless, it was still fun to walk around the town. It's a nice little town. And we had a little house, kind of like walking distance from the main little areas.
Did you smoke the devil's lettuce?
I did.
Did you run? Did you run on your trip? Did you run into Lloyd Christmas by chance?
Who is that?
Dumb and Dumber. Hung on a pole.
Oh, I've never seen that movie.
Come on, man.
What?
I know. That's one of those
seen
like
the Dumb and Dumber movies?
That's one of those like classics I haven't seen.
The original, definitely.
Don't watch Dumb and Dumber.
Look, I've got this thing. I don't like watching retarded adult people.
Oh, you're not gonna watch
It weirds
Jackass,
me out. Well, do you say Jackass?
Yeah, the new one.
Well, no, I like Jackass. That's a little different.
Yeah, they're really stupid people.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Dumb and Dumber, they're just acting like it.
Yeah, I will say one thing. Go ahead, Greg.
No, go ahead, man. That's fine.
I was just gonna say, I wish they would just like legalize marijuana everywhere, because once it's regulated, you kind of know the strength you're getting, and at least the few times I've smoked weed in Colorado, the weed's not near as strong as like California, or even a lot of the stuff that we get, illegally down here, or even Delta 8 for that matter. It's more of like a smooth, mellow high for the most part. And again, you can kind of choose what, potency you want, but I like being able to to know I'm not going to blast off to the moon. You know, sometimes you just want to take it easy. And it's impossible to do that when it's all unregulated and illegal and whatnot.
Or it's good to know too your weed's not going to have fentanyl in it.
Yeah, that too. God,
I will say there's nothing like walking into a weed shop and like just picking out weed.
I know, you feel
It's
like you're doing something wrong. You're like, am I allowed to be here?
Yeah.
The one, it was pre-COVID. They were doing this. Now you got to order online basically and pick up your stuff. But the one near me is like going into like an Apple store. They come around with tablets and help you decide what you want and shit. I'm like,
So I have a question. Like, so since Colorado has, you know, legal weed and such like that, does that mean the whole fucking state stinks? Like, does it just stink everywhere you go?
Surprisingly,
That's a stupid rumor.
yeah, I saw maybe one person smoking weed in public, but yeah, surprisingly, no, I don't know. I don't think you're still allowed to like smoke it wherever you want. I could be wrong about that, but
I don't think you are here either. So
yeah, I think you still have to be on like your own property, but
you can't
actually,
just
I
fire
don't
up you can't fire up.
Yeah, like in Washington, people are
In a
just running
restaurant.
around with joints in their mouth.
Yeah.
Corey, have someone come up to you and be like, "Hey, you can't smoke that." He's like, "Man, this is just a cigarette. That's cigar weed."
Yeah.
No, you brought up Johnny Knoxville, and I brought him up to someone at work talking about him. They're like I'm over the whole jackass thing because like who wants to see 50-year-old Johnny Knoxville like eat shit or gargle fucking toilet water or some dumb shit? Like,
I want to know how the fuck he's 50 years old and still breaking his body like that, dude. If I have a hard day at work, I'm fucking sore for 3 days.
shit. Look at how the Undertaker was
Fights
doing,
bulls.
man.
It's hard for me to get out of bed each morning, so I don't.
I can't even lay comfortably in bed anymore. I got my kid kicking me in the fucking back. I get a fragment of bed to sleep on. My pillows are hanging halfway off the fucking bed.
You better get that kid sleep trained before she's in bed with you forever.
I know. Got to get her out of here. I ain't gonna lie. I do like when she cuddles with me though. That's nice.
My son is the worst co-sleeper ever. That's why he's not ever allowed to co-sleep with us.
Why?
Because he's bad, dude. He like kicks you in the back. He crawls all over you. He slaps you in the face. Like, he's bad. He's just not good to sleep with. And like dude, one time I have a picture in my phone. I think it was when we stayed no, he was sick and he was in our bed. I woke up in the morning. He was literally laying on top of Christina's head, like across her head, asleep.
Kind of devil child you got, man.
I was a bad co-sleeper too. Whenever I'd visit my great grandma, they used to put me in a drawer because they would let me sleep with my great grandma, but I'd end up kicking her in the back and stuff all the time. I was not a good co-sleeper, I guess.
When you say co-sleeper, it makes me think of a couple who doesn't love each other anymore, but they still sleep in the same bed. And like they tell, oh no, oh that's your wife? No, she's just my co-sleeper.
I did that for 15 years until he told me.
Yeah.
Dustin, you have anything going on before we jump to Corey and get to this review or discussion? I should say.
I've been sick pretty much since Thanksgiving, so I ain't done shit.
What about you, Corey?
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of sports, actually. I haven't watched some in a while. Watched my Hoosiers losing double overtime tonight, which kind of sucked. But I'm glad you went to Dustin first, because I wanted to bring up the Bucks and Patriots. You guys were talking about that in the chat. How you say the NFL is kind of gearing towards that as a Super Bowl. I would disagree. I don't think the Bucks are going to make it. I think there are teams that will beat them. But I did want to bring up this thought, and I wanted to get your guys' opinion on it. I feel like, there's like the argument, and I guess Brady kind of got the upper hand winning the Super Bowl last year, but there was the argument who who was more vital to the Patriots? Was it Brady or Belichick? Man, if the Patriots can win another Super Bowl like this year or even next year, man, for Belichick to build that shit up 3 times and even with another quarterback, that's pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think Brady already proved it. When they
I just
won.
feel like they're like, why can't we just say they're both great?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I just that's always bothered me, and like as a Patriots fan, like when I subscribe to these like fan pages and stuff, everyone's like, "Oh, Belichick sucks now without Brady," and or vice versa, and it's like, why can't we just appreciate both of them for their greatness?
Well, I think part of the thing too, and Hayden was talking about Brady proving it last year. They also loaded that fucking Buccaneers team for him and gave him everything he wanted. So
and they still lost 5 games. So,
yeah. And they've, they haven't looked great this year. They barely beat the damn Colts, who
just touching on
shit
what,
most of the time.
Just touching on what Ben said real quick there. I haven't seen any of the Chucky season yet, but I'm gonna get around to watching it.
Cool. Yeah, Hayden, your Cowboys play the Saints this week, I believe.
So Dustin, like me and you were talking about, like if that happens, is sports just rigged?
I don't think sports is rigged. I think that the NFL will maybe try to push things in a certain direction, but I don't necessarily think they sit down and go, "This is who we want in the Super Bowl. This is who we want to win the Super Bowl."
You honestly want to know what started making me think that maybe sports might be rigged? Is when I started sports betting. How fucking close everything comes. Like, oh, we got the Patriots, +3, and what happens? They win +2. How do you know that? How?
I just feel like there have to be way too much that went into it, and way too many people keeping secrets.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I would say is to be watchful for is like there was an NBA referee that went to prison for fixing games and shit. So I think that's where things may go a little haywire, but I don't think they're like saying, okay, this year Green Bay's going to win. So
I do think the NFL has a vendetta against the Saints, though.
Well, I think the NFL, especially Roger Goodell, was not on good terms with the Patriots, and they kept winning. So, that's...
You got to explain that one.
Well, since we're into football here, Corey, you want to talk about why can the Colts not keep a fucking lead against anyone that they play ever?
That secondary sucks. They're horrible. And then, in this Buccaneers game, I don't want to go too down the rabbit hole with the Colts, but run the fucking ball with the best running back in the league.
Right.
He didn't touch the ball for over 2/3 of the second half. Why?
They're trying to save them.
No,
save them for what?
For 1,000 yards
for the playoffs you're not going to make?
That team does not know. That coaching staff does not know how to finish a game. They've done it 3 times now. They've had a pretty good lead and blew it.
Starting to miss Chuck Pagano now, huh, Greg?
Not really. He sucked too.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Let's get into this Ghostbusters discussion. Since Dustin, you watched it first, so you go first.
All right. Well, I loved the movie. I loved everything about it. I loved that it was basically a huge tribute to Harold Ramis, who was always my favorite Ghostbuster. I loved the way it ended. I cried like a baby. Yeah, it was good, man. It definitely got the nostalgia going. There was a lot of fan service in the movie, but I thought it was done really well.
I'll agree. I'll go ahead and I'll agree with you. I loved it. I watched this with Lawrence, and he could tell because I'm sitting over there just kind of giddy the whole time. I'm loving everything that I'm seeing happening.
I've never seen Greg like that before.
It's like it's like every tiny little thing that they did got my nostalgia juices flowing. So it was fun, man. I just had fun with it. It's the first time I've had fun watching a movie in a very long time.
I caught myself with a dumb smile on my face a lot.
And I'll touch on more details after we hear what everyone thought of the movie, but I cried too. So,
well, coming from a guy who's never seen the Ghostbusters, didn't really grow up with it. Seeing this one, it reminded me of like Goonies, and I even think I told Greg it reminded me of Stranger Things, but I liked it. It had that '80s kind of nostalgic feel, and if you like,
but it took
80s
place in
movies,
2021.
It's okay because it was in an old school town, so
Yeah.
you didn't really, it was one of those old towns, so it's kind of seamless. Like it fits with the other ones from what I've seen. And Bill Murray, that's all I can say. But
Yeah, it does, Ben. It does look like they're hinting towards that.
Greg, did you watch those credit scenes?
I couldn't find them, man. I only found one copy on YouTube of some shitty guy who didn't know how to operate his fucking cell phone, so it was all sideways the whole time he's playing the damn thing. I'm like, you dipshit. We probably should have just stayed to the end credits, Lawrence.
Well, that's what Ben Grimm is talking about, because Winston goes back to the old firehouse. And,
I did see that. I mean, I watched the guy's shitty quality video and saw that.
Oh, okay.
I told
and the
you,
other
Greg,
one was
to stay
just
after the
an
credits.
homage to Sigourney Weaver. She
All
was
right,
in
Hayden,
the second credit scene.
before we get into any details about this movie, what did you think about Ghostbusters?
I'd rather eat my dog's shit straight out of its asshole than watch this movie again.
Or watch Salo.
No, it wasn't. That's a good reference. No, I don't. I just didn't think it was that great. I thought the first hour and a half there wasn't any ghost shit. I mean, there were a lot of references to the Ghostbusters, and I thought that was cool. I liked the fan service they did. Couldn't stand that fucking podcast kid. I mean, who the fuck goes by the name Podcast anyway? I wanted to shoot
Disney
myself.
XD kid.
Oh my! Is he really a Disney
Nah,
kid?
he just reminds me of something.
Yeah. And I don't know. I thought the movie was dog shit until the Walmart scene, and then it started to pick up for me.
That was the one scene he hated.
Like the marshmallow guys, that was kind of funny. I laughed a little bit. I thought they totally took a shit on Igor's legacy in the movies, or whatever his name is. What's his name? It's like Egid or something.
Egon.
It's like they made him out to be like this asshole deadbeat dad who just abandoned his family. And it's like, I don't think he would have done that. That doesn't seem like his character.
You already know that he didn't do that because you saw the previous movies.
I don't know. It still seemed out of character for him to completely abandon his family. I don't know. And then,
but you found out why he did it later.
Yeah, but it still didn't seem right to me. I don't know. And the way the mom just kind of forgave him once he became a ghost or whatever was kind of bullshit. I did love seeing all of the Ghostbusters return at the end. That was awesome.
Well, it's good to know, Hayden, that if the world was in a crisis and you could fix it, you would rather play fucking catch with your daughter, son, whoever, than save the fucking world, okay?
Should we bring up the kids thing that I made?
Yes, let's bring up the kids.
I think if you have kids, you can tolerate a lot more bullshit in movies that are geared towards the younger audience, because you have to watch a lot more of it. And if your kid likes it, that makes you happy. So it kind of I don't know. It kind of changes you when you have kids. I assume. I don't have kids, but
see, I'll say this. I felt like a kid again watching this movie. That's why I loved it so much. I felt like I wasn't a 41-year-old man in the theater. I felt like I was a young kid watching fucking Ghostbusters again. It was just awesome. Yeah.
I'll say this.
But there wasn't any ghosts until halfway through the movie.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up.
But when they first showed you the ghosts, though, it completely paid off.
No, Muncher was bullshit. They should have had Slimer out there.
Muncher went hard. I like that.
You're really gonna put a ghost that kind of resembles Slimer, but you're not gonna put Slimer in the movie?
But that's the thing. Like
He's like the main
everyone saw-
ghost.
You see the goo and stuff, the ectoplasm going in there, and you're thinking that it's gonna be Slimer. I even told Lawrence, I'm like, watch, this is gonna be Slimer.
Yeah,
and they
I
go
saw
around the
the
corner
same
and
thing,
it's not
Slimer.
Slimer. So
Yeah,
There's some
so
fat
it's something
goat
new. They
it
give
just
you something
disappointed
new.
me.
named Munchers.
I don't know.
Well, don't worry, Slimer probably got released with all those other fucking ghosts from hell or whatever that was going on.
And Paul Rudd can suck my dick, by the way. I fucking
Why do you hate-
Paul
We
Rudd.
Why do you hate Paul Rudd?
Yeah, I just don't like
Who
him. I
hates
don't
Me
know.
and Greg,
Rudd?
yeah, me and Greg even said everyone loves that guy. No
'Cause
one
he's
hates
just-
Paul Rudd.
He's too much of a caricature of like
He
a
is now
quirky,
himself.
stereotypical, like, oh, look at me, I'm a scientist, but I'm quirky. And I don't know.
Paul
In every
Rudd's the
movie,
same
he's the
guy in
same.
every movie.
Yeah.
He could have been Ant-Man for all we know.
Oh, I will never watch those movies.
But it
because of
works
him.
for him. Like he like everything he's in, he's fun. Like he's never not fun.
I don't know. He's okay,
Yeah,
I guess.
He's also a vampire because I don't think he's aged since.
I was just
Yeah,
about to
no.
touch on
Neither
that.
is Ernie Hudson.
Yeah,
He was-
neither is Ernie Hudson.
I do think he
Yeah.
was perfect for the role in this movie. I just don't really like him.
If I had to give one criticism on the movie, I would say that the whole thing to where they like kind of did the same thing to where they brought Gozer back and they had to stop Gozer again. It was kind of like doing the same thing that they did in New York, but just in a country town this time.
Hmm.
Because you still had to have your gatekeeper and keymaster. It just wasn't as big of a deal in this one as it was in the original movies.
Dustin, that wasn't Dave Chappelle as the sheriff, was it?
No, that was Bomkey.
See,
I
Hayden,
really-
what do you know?
I really thought it was.
He is the sexiest man in America currently.
Yeah, he
He
did
is.
win
He did.
People's Sexiest Man Alive.
Yeah,
I mean-
I don't buy that.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
The Dave Chappelle guy, though, I really did think it was Dave Chappelle at first.
Corey, you know how I know you're gay?
You know what? You know why Paul Rudd's the sexiest man in America now?
What?
Because with everybody locked down for COVID, they're pretty fucking desperate.
Yeah. How do you got Hangman Adam Page out there and this guy won it? Right, Greg?
Man, Adam Page.
With his Goldilocks. But no, like Dustin, I'm sure you can agree with me here. Like every time they showed something from the original movie, like you kind of like got goosebumps. Like you're like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah. And like I said, there was a lot of fan service, like a lot of fan service.
Oh
but
yeah, it
all
was
of
definitely fan
done-
servicey.
All of it was done really well. Like they were able to add the new in with the old, and I hope that they continue the story. Like I hope it goes and there's a number 2 or whatever.
What was
the
up with
kid.
them saying that that Gozer was genderless?
Oh, God. Did that happen? Did I miss that
That
Yeah,
happened.
line?
did.
Oh,
And it was
my
Olivia
God.
Wilde, by the way. I'm like, no, that definitely is a gender there. 'Cause-
And-
Greg would be the one that catches that.
yeah.
I
I
didn't
mean,
catch
like-
that.
It was clearly a chick in the first movie. I'm just saying.
Greg heard that line and he started immediately cleaning out his AR-15. He was about to go.
I'll tell you what, that line bothered me a lot less than having to see Walmart in a fucking movie on my day off. I'll tell you
Yeah, I
that
know.
right now. And then to make matters worse, it wasn't even just the outside. I had to see the inside of the fucking place
Right.
too.
And nobody was
What did
zoning.
you-
He kept talking about zoning. That's all he would say. Like, they're not zoning. Like, what the
That
fuck?
was like no employees in that Walmart.
Yeah, I know.
There wasn't.
Oh, I
Shit
know. That
wasn't-
was weird.
That shit wasn't my store.
Well, they're all on
Well,
their
that's
cell
because
phone.
that's because they all did their CBLs on active threats. That was considered an active threat, so everybody was hiding.
What did you think of the little marshmallow guys?
You know, I thought they were gonna do something to where like it started off small and it blew up, but then whenever it like was just a bunch of little ones, I liked it. It was cool.
But now, how did that happen, though? Did they ever explain, like, how the mushrooms randomly came alive?
I think they were
'Cause
following him. He was
It was the paranormal energy, I think, because
Oh,
because all that energy comes out and kind of flies over the Walmart.
Why Walmart?
Because Walmart paid for that shit.
Yeah.
So Lawrence, is this movie gonna make you want to go back and watch the originals?
I always wanted to watch the original Ghostbusters, even before this movie came out. Here's the thing. Unlike Star Wars that has like a special day on TNT or TBS, when does Ghostbusters ever come on for like free? I don't
Like
want to
every
pirate
Halloween, like around
on
Halloween
what
time
channels,
every year.
dude? I've never seen it just
TNT,
playing.
I believe.
It's on HBO Max or
No, I looked on HBO Max. It wasn't on
It's
there.
Just
on-
let Greg illegally download it for you.
Yeah,
I don't even know how to do that, Corey. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whatever.
It's
I
not
put
like
it on the
it's
other
not like
day.
somebody named Corey Woolsey didn't show me how to do it.
It's on like Freeform or something. I know it's on something because
Dude,
I
just rent
watched
it on YouTube, man.
I usually just type in on Bing. I'm like Ghostbusters
Here we
free
go.
movie online, and then like I'll just click video, and like a bunch of clips will come up or something. Or 123.net.
One day Lawrence is gonna secure us a Bing sponsorship.
It's gonna be great. I love it.
Well, Greg's trying to get us a Monster sponsorship with that cap he's got on.
Oh yeah, you're drinking it. I'm wearing it.
And I'm drinking it. He's wearing it. We're living
It's
it.
a good look for me, man.
Greg, you brought up something with this movie though. Going back to the movie,
I'm trying to be the next Christian Hannah horror.
And Greg, you said that what is up with them trying to sexualize 15-year-old?
Yeah, that's what was fucking throwing me off about this movie, man. Like, this chick is obviously supposed to be underage in this movie, but they keep trying to sexualize her, and I'm like, dude, I'm
We're talking
40
about
years
the black
old.
girl.
Quit trying to throw this chick's pussy in my face.
The
What's
one
wrong
with
Good
with
the-
you?
Lord, if you're worried about that, then don't watch that Chucky series.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about the black girl?
Yeah.
She wasn't underage in the movie.
Oh, she's 18, baby.
Man, that chick was underage.
She made
Greg
it
knows.
clear that,
I looked it up. She's of age. Don't worry.
and
You had
she
to
said
make
she
sure,
was
Hayden.
18. She said she's 18 in the restaurant.
I
Because,
double checked.
The Stranger Thing kid lies to her and says that he's 17.
Oh God, don't get me started on that
You're
fucking
safe,
wolf
Greg.
wolfcock
get
guy
started,
or whatever his
Hayden.
name
Get
is.
started. I want to hear what you have to say.
So
I fucking
actually,
hate that curly-headed fuck.
actually, she was being the pedo on him.
Yeah,
That kid can rot in hell for all I care.
I can promise you.
I'll agree
nobody
with
is
you
gonna
there.
I can
I
promise
don't
you,
know what
nobody
it
is
is.
going to have a Ghostbusters discussion like this one. You're not going to find any other one where someone says, "Hey, that curly-haired little fuck."
Nah, he's starting to grow
What?
on me in the wrong way. I don't like him either.
Well, I'm
Why?
glad he barely had anything to do in this movie. Like, the main chick, the girl, the white girl, she was great.
Yeah, she, was
Everyone else,
she had Asperger's, but she was cool.
How do you know she had Asperger's?
I don't,
She never said that.
just because she was smart.
No, because she's like, I don't emote. It's all inside of me. I don't know how.
Yeah, that does make sense.
What is sociopath?
Wait, so why does everyone hate the Stranger Things kid?
I don't. I thought he was fine.
He's just a skinny little fuck who can go die in a hole. I don't know.
What is wrong with
What did he do to you? Hayden?
That haircut. Yeah.
I bet Hayden will agree with me here. With every new project he does, he looks more like a bitch.
Yeah,
Oh, that's what it is. He's devolving.
for real.
He's doing the opposite of Elliot Page.
Yeah, or Leo. Leonardo DiCaprio started off weak, and he became what he is now. This guy's doing the opposite.
Do you hate him in Stranger Things too, Hayden?
Yeah, that's where my hatred started. I think
And
I
he
like.
was in the It movie.
I only watched the first season and it was good, but I hate that kid.
They want him to be somebody who was in the '80s that played that type of role. That was like a nerd type cast. Like Anthony Michael Hall was one of those guys who always had to be a nerd. They want him to take that mantle,
Yeah.
like the nerd teenager, who's always smarter.
He
than
doesn't
everyone.
bother me. I kind of like him.
Well, he's in everything
I-
these days. Well, not everything, but it's like they stereotype him. They typecast
He
him
plays
in
one
everything.
role. Yeah, he
Yeah.
plays one.
Yeah, every show and movie he's in, he's like in a group of kids that are up to bullshit in town.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. I will agree with you on that. But I don't hate him.
Poo candy ass.
Especially
You know
not like
what,
Hayden.
Hayden?
though.
I hope they take that kid and they make him like a little spokesperson for Pizza Hut.
I hear he's gonna be. I hear he's gonna be the next Bond.
Oh my God, no!
The son of Bond, yeah.
Give it time. It's coming.
Oh God, you guys will never hear me shut up if that happens.
Hey, you know those dads that like need you to help them fix their car and they get on to you because you don't know the parts and shit? Dude, that kid would be a poster boy for once they get abused in those situations. Like, he wouldn't know how to do jack shit on anything.
Gets a black eye because he didn't hold the flashlight in the right spot.
You know what? I'm glad you brought something like that up. This is unrelated to Ghostbusters. We'll jump back into this, but I got a quick little story about how pathetic of a man I am. So get ready for this one. So today, we bought this bidet on sale whenever it was. They were having one of those Walmart sales, right?
Yeah.
So I'm deciding we're gonna install it in like the main bathroom. We use the guest bathroom.
Well,
I'm sitting there today, and I'm trying to get this damn bolt off underneath the toilet, and like it's so fucking tight. So I got a wrench, and like one bolt is turning while I'm fucking trying to turn that one, and I'm getting aggravated. So I just grab the inside of the fill valve on the toilet, and I hold that while I'm trying to turn this bolt, and all of a sudden I hear, I'm like, oh shit. So I fucking break this. Now I got to replace this fill valve. I still didn't get the bolt off. I'm like, how pathetic am I that I can't fucking put a simple bidet on a toilet with two fucking screws? So then I ignore that task. I'm like, all right, I'll get my buddy to help me with this later. He can hold the bolt while I turn it. So then I go outside and I decide I bought this part for my wife's car that we need. I'm going to replace that. So I go out there thinking I'm going to do some man shit. Got the hood up. I'm like, all right, here we go. I'm ready. I get two of the little cables off that I need to get off of this little purge valve thing. But the electrical connector I cannot get off for nothing. So I'm like watching YouTube videos on how to do this. I'm like, I don't understand. I'm doing everything it says. Why can't I get this shit off? I try for like an hour to get this thing off, and I couldn't do it. So eventually I just call my fucking mechanic friend, and I'm like, look, man, I need your help because I'm fucking pathetic, okay? I can't get this stupid little connector off of this thing. He's like, don't. I was like, I'm just going to use a screwdriver. He's like, don't force it. He's like, don't fuck it up. He's like, just leave it alone. Let me come and do it. He's like, before you make a $40 job turn into a $1,000 job, he's like, I'll do it next week. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, I did that once trying to replace the gasket on my engine, and I was using a torque wrench, and I set the torque wrench wrong, and I ripped the whole fucking bolt off one of the bolts off the engine, and ended up costing me a lot more than that gasket did.
I don't work well in small spaces, man. Like if it's something small and I can't see it, I can't do shit with it. Anyway, that's my
Say that again.
That's why I used to like big women.
right. But anyway, that's my my pathetic Greg story for the day.
I got a pathetic story, but it's
It
unrelated.
did get me laid at
that.
the end of the day, though, so I guess it kind of paid off.
I was wondering why you were in a better mood, Craig. Mr. Midlife Crisis. What was that about?
Still in it, buddy. It's not gone. What do you think I'm wearing this cap for? This is midlife crisis shit.
I thought you were just trying to be a Louisiana woman. I don't know. I'm just joking.
I got
No
my hair
offense to our
rollers on over
Louisiana
here.
woman.
That was probably the worst joke I've ever made.
It worked.
No, but guys, I told y'all in the chats earlier this week about CJNG Ghost Rider, and I actually got rabbit hole down these, and you know about them, the cartel videos, Hayden.
Mm-hmm. Wait, which videos?
The cartel killing videos.
Oh yeah.
How the fuck do we go from something as wholesome as Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Cartel people being set on fire.
I think this is a great topic, though. So
it is.
Greg,
if we're ready to,
and you were talking a lot of mad shit. You were saying it ain't shit. You wanted to see it. The more I told you not to watch it, you watched it. What were your thoughts?
Oh, I'm the same way.
I told you. I'm glad it was shitty quality.
I think those videos should be banned, dude. Honestly, I found it on accident through YouTube and then seen it, and I was like, "This is disgusting." Like, there's nothing about this that's wholesome.
Well, you said the screaming at the end is what bothered you.
Yeah, the fact that he was still alive at the end, and if you've seen these videos, it's like it's real. That's the part that kicked in for me when I was watching it. At first, you've seen the Saw movies, and you're kind of like, "Oh, whatever."
Mm-hmm.
I've seen killing and stuff in movies. Then something clicked in my mind and said, every bit of this is real. Like, this isn't backstage shit. This is a dude being confused.
Do you know why the scream shit bothered me?
Why?
Is because I'm smart enough to know by that point he wasn't feeling it anymore. There wasn't any pain there, so the cries was just because... just sobs, man. Just sobs of fucking... because of what was happening to him and shit like that. Not so much that it was hurting, just...
Cries of whoa, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like he'll never be...
A little
what
bit
he
of
was
backstory
again, yeah.
on it was that it was... It's called Ghost Rider because the dude gets his head burned on fire. But you'd think he's just going to die, but he doesn't. He's just going and going and going. It's sick. It's sickening. Do not watch it if you hadn't seen it. I don't recommend
Of course
it.
everyone's going to watch it if you bring it up, man. The curiosity...
No,
is
yeah,
there
it
now.
happened to me because they told me not to watch it and I've seen it and fucked
I'm
up.
not linking that shit, alright? So...
Don't.
Yeah, man, there's something about these real life killings and suicides and stuff that it's almost like you can feel a layer of your brain being like melted away. It's
God, yes.
it like fucks
Said
you
it.
up.
You
It's
hit the nail on
weird.
the head with that, yeah.
Yeah.
It felt like my soul was lost to the etherverse.
Ben says he saw some stuff like that in the army.
Oh
Yes,
damn.
headshot.
Oh, yeah. Those ones suck.
Oh,
I was done with that shit when I saw one of those beheading videos back
That's
in the
kinda
day when
where
all
I-
that was going on.
Yeah, that's where I'll leave it with the...
see, like I'm more fascinated with the psychology of it all, like the criminal psychology of like the serial killers that do weird shit like that. It's like I'm fascinated with the story, but I don't want to see it.
You said it right there. I don't want to see it, but the stories, you know.
Like you know
Don't
that.
y'all remember like Rotten.com?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's where it started for me. Was
Dude,
Rotten.
my-
I mean, how
roommate-
many of us have gone on that shit?
Right.
Dude,
Yeah.
I had a roommate at one point before my wife came here to the States, and this dude would have that shit loaded up on my computer when I got home from work, and I'd have to like jump his ass about it. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you looking up on my computer? It'd be like the nastiest videos I've ever seen in my life.
It'd
I'm
be like
what are you
porn is one
watching,
thing,
man?
but yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
I wonder if that
It's- I
website
tell you what's-
still exists.
What's weird for me too is like it's nothing like that. Nothing like seeing people being murdered or killed. But I have some weird obsession to see those pictures online of like celebrities at their funeral and shit.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know, just kind of a morbid curiosity thing, I guess.
Do you also have an obsession with the celebrity nudes?
Okay.
I have a weird obsession with any nudes. They don't have to be famous.
Rotten.com
famous
no
in their own
longer
right.
exists.
Oh, you went and looked it up?
Yeah, just I was curious if the site still existed.
Yeah, I think they got shut down at some point.
A lot of them
Rotten.com.
have.
Yeah.
Even Live Leak is like censored now. Probably a good thing though.
I'm gonna tell you what you don't do, Lawrence. Don't start exploring that shit on the dark web,
I don't want nothing to do.
because you're gonna find a lot worse.
And don't become
Worse
friends.
than that.
Dude,
Yeah, dude, don't become
Yeah,
friends with me or Jay the Stingray, because we share each other links to horrible shit all the time. Like I'll get an email from him, I'll pull it up, and it'll be some dude pulling out a shotgun and shooting himself in the head.
Fuck that.
It's like, oh my god.
I tell you what, like, I think has been a big effect on me too is, I don't know, it was like when I hit 40 or a little after 40, life became a little more fragile to me. And to just see someone lose that life that I try to hang on to every day, I don't know, it bugs me, bothers me. So
Yeah, that's understandably so.
Yeah, I
It's
think what
amazing.
You go ahead, Greg.
It's amazing how much content is out there to desensitize people, though, with stuff like that. Because that's what it does. All that stuff desensitizes you, man.
And not in a good way.
No, not in a good way.
I don't know. I think you're already desensitized, Hayden, because you didn't like Ghostbusters. How did you not
Yeah.
have fun with that movie, man?
Look, I was exaggerating how much I hated it. It was okay, but probably not a movie I'll ever see again.
I hope you weren't exaggerating about how much you hated that kid, though.
No, that, and I don't even have a valid reason. I just don't like that guy.
He'll just go back and watch his favorite one, the one with all the girls.
Dustin, I
Oh
felt
God, I'll
like I
never
thought you
watch
would have more to
that.
say. Dustin, I thought you would have more to say about it, considering how bad you wanted me to see it, and like you expected me to not like it. You said.
There were things I was worried you might not like how he comes back as a ghost.
Yeah,
At the
we didn't
end.
talk about that. Like at the ending of the movie, you finally get to see. Like they make it out like you're probably not even going to see Bill Murray or Ernie Hudson. What was our character's name? Spangler and
Ray and
Ray, Peter, Winston.
yeah.
Igor.
Greg, why did I think Rick Moranis was a Ghostbuster? He was never a Ghostbuster, was he?
He was
I
in
mean-
the Ghostbusters.
He kind of did what the kids did in this movie in the second movie.
Yeah, and he was the gatekeeper
Yeah,
or
in
the
first
keymaster.
movie.
I will say I've never seen the second one. I've only seen the first one.
I like the second one, not of course not as much as the first, but I still like it. A lot of people kind of shit on it, but I still enjoy it a lot.
need
I
to
was
watch
surprised that Rick Moranis didn't make an appearance at all.
Yeah, I know, that
he
was kinda
recently.
shocking.
I thought he was trying to make a comeback.
Yeah,
sucker
I
punched
think
in the
he
head.
is.
So like this is what I liked with what they did with the movie too. Like even if they wouldn't have showed Egon at the end of the movie as a ghost, it was still cool how they made him present in the movie, even though he, wasn't in the movie.
Like how he was
just
like helping
Moving
them.
stuff like his ghost was there, so it's like he was in the movie, but he wasn't in the movie. It's cool how they did that.
I thought it was done really well, and they didn't like use a look-alike actor or anything. They just like CG'd him in perfectly. They didn't have him talk or anything.
And like at the end, whenever he like addressed everybody, man, that was like I literally had a fucking tear.
Oh yeah,
down my cheek. I was like, man, I hope Lawrence doesn't see this. So I kind of tried to play it off and act like I had an itch on my cheek.
I know my daughter was looking at me the whole time. Just
But me and Greg said this. We're like, dude, they can bring anyone back.
Yes, that's
with
what's
that
scary about the
technology,
movies now.
Fakes and all they need is voice recognition scanners and shit to recreate their voices and give them lines.
I swear there was going to be a movie. I think this was announced before COVID, so I don't know what the status is, but there was going to be like maybe a Vietnam movie with James Dean in it, done that way.
What? Dude, that would be crazy.
Huh.
Bond with Connery back?
I did hear about that.
That'd be crazy.
I will
Sean
say
Connery
that-
back for Bond, yeah, that'd be nuts.
I will say that it slightly changed my opinion about the Ghostbusters movie everybody hates.
Okay,
mean?
I
wanna hear this.
want to hear this.
Okay, so I had some issues with that movie, don't get me wrong, but I didn't absolutely fucking despise it like everyone else does. But now I don't like it as much. And honestly, like, it was kind of insulting now.
Yeah, those women said, we at least got one supporter in Dustin. Someone's taking it. Now it's like, nope.
Not now.
These motherfuckers, they put out this shit and we lost the one guy we had.
And I actually found out, I saw like a little interview or something, and I actually found out that Paul Feig or whoever did that movie basically shit on everything original Ghostbusters. And
Like
they
his
actually,
personal life, or what do you mean?
no, like he just, like he didn't want the movie to really have much to do with Ghostbusters at all.
Yeah, basically,
Oh,
I don't
like-
care what you fans want. I'm gonna do what I want. That
Yeah.
is bullshit.
And they actually forced Bill Murray to be in the movie.
What?
yeah.
I never saw that movie. Didn't they kill Bill Murray in that movie?
Yeah,
What?
he gets killed by a ghost.
No.
That's
Yeah.
sacrilegious. That movie, yeah.
Oh man.
But
So-
he didn't want to have anything to do with the movie. But they, the studio had him tied up in some kind of legal thing, and basically they forced him to do the scene that he's in.
So when we saw all four Ghostbusters at the end of the movie, they're all fighting to try to take down Gozer again. Here was my thoughts when I saw them all standing next to each other. Of course, I was like a fucking kid in a candy store with excitement. But I also thought, I had my other thought, which was, all right, Dan Aykroyd's fat. Bill Murray is really old. Ernie Hudson doesn't age.
Black don't crack.
Fuck. Harold Ramis is
Black
dead.
don't crack.
Black don't crack. Right?
I will say this: getting old sucks, man. It's not fair. Bill Murray. I was telling Greg this. Bill Murray looks decrepit. And I'm like, that
You
guy
know
was
what?
cool.
You know what, Big Crack Rock? I agree with you. I don't think I've ever liked anything she's been in. I don't even like to look at her. I feel about her how you feel about that kid, Hayden. I hate her fucking face.
I don't know. I think she's been funny in quite a few things.
Why is she funny? Because she's fat? Is that why?
No. She's funny. Go watch Identity Thief. Identity Thief.
I've seen that movie.
What?
You
That
hated
movie
that
looked
movie?
horrible.
It was good.
She sucked.
It was funny.
So
I think your hatred for her blinds your opinion.
might.
Because Greg, she
I don't
reminds me
like
of your
her,
ex. Remember, Greg?
actually, you want to know where my hatred for her comes from? Because I remember one time, I don't remember where I was when this was happening, but the fucking View was on somewhere, and they were like talking about her in this on one of the fucking episodes. Like she was the best thing to fucking come to Hollywood in fucking years, and they was just boasting about how great she is. From that moment on, I hated her guts.
Movies
I don't
didn't
know why.
exist till she came on, right, Greg?
Exactly.
Did you hate Bridesmaids
We
too?
got a funny woman.
Did you hate Bridesmaids too, Greg?
I mean, I never watched the full thing. I watched like maybe 40 minutes of it, and I was like, this sucks, and I turned it off.
Your comedy opinions suck, though.
I just like good comedy. I don't like shit comedy.
Everything is a shit comedy to you.
If it has Will Ferrell in it, it mostly
What's
is.
Andrew Dice Clay.
There's
Bill
another
Burr,
shitty take from you.
Or Louis C.K. He's not going to think
Greg,
Let's-
what kind of comedies are you into?
I like
just
situational
listed them.
comedies, man. I like stuff like The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Seinfeld,
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Everybody Loves Raymond,
stuff
a
like
lot of
that.
those sitcoms like that. I like stuff like that.
Friends. Yeah.
King of Queens. I
George
love King of
Lopez.
Queens.
The Friday was funny. The Friday movies were funny.
Greg, did you like
the
Martin
Rush Hour
Lawrence?
movies are fucking hilarious.
Oh, hell yes. Here we go.
But
I haven't
Greg,
found anyone else to be on my side about Rush Hour.
Oh,
but I
man,
think
Rush Hour
the
is
first two
great.
movies
First two were
hold
classics.
up so well.
I quoted Rush Hour earlier with
Oh,
the
hell
Cigo
yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Oh, man. Love those movies.
But not Shanghai Nights.
No, I love
know-
Shanghai Nights.
Okay.
There was like, I won't watch a comedy.
Now you lost him.
Shanghai Noon is better, but they're both okay.
I won't watch a comedy movie in the theater.
Why?
Yeah, I'm like the same way. Why
I
is
hate
that,
to see
Greg?
other people laughing.
He's always had
It just
that.
bothers
He's always
me.
had that rule.
We watched a comedy movie in the theater together.
How'd you watch any of the Marvel movies?
Remember we were in that packed house for American Pie opening night?
That might have been what scarred me from it, because that dude bouncing up and down beside me, fucking jumping on my lap and shit laughing.
What?
I can't even enjoy this movie because this dude's going fucking crazy next to me.
I thought I had all the crazy theater stories. The guy was jumping in your lap.
I swear this dude was bouncing 3-4 feet in the fucking air off of his chair from what was going on the screen. I don't know what the hell was going on there, man. And it was that obnoxious laugh too, that like,
Oh my god.
what the fuck is going on, man? It's not even that funny, dude. Calm down.
Oh, shit.
Greg, was that you who pointed out old people can watch anything? So,
Old
like,
people?
old people, yeah, they can just be sitting in the middle of just some random ass movie, in the front seats no one wants up front, and they're just
Dude, I've seen that so many times where I see like old people in a movie, like, and I'm just like, what are you doing in here?
Probably go there to sleep.
They're watching like some raunchy comedy that they
Right.
probably don't even get, and I'm just like, what? Why are you here?
They're
They didn't need to
observers.
show that.
They're wanderers. They
Yeah.
just try to observe what people are into today.
I swear, some old people just go to the movies and just like pick a random movie to go see.
We went to watch The Witch. Right? Remember that? And there was that old redneck dude that was sitting there. It had nothing to do with something he would like. And after it was all said and done, he gets up and goes, "This is the stupidest shit I ever saw." I guess you got to be a damn witch to understand.
Yeah,
that.
it was when we saw The Witch, man. He hated it.
You got to be a witch to understand it.
I wish I could remember what movie I was at, but it was totally not geared for older people. And there were these two older ladies, like I'm talking like in their 80s, that went and saw this movie, and they were sitting like a couple seats down from us. And it was a really raunchy ass movie. Anyways, whenever the movie was over, I just heard the two old ladies look at each other and go, "Well, that was different." And I'm like, "Why did you even come watch this?"
I'll tell you what was different. We went to go see this movie at 9:30 at night, and we were the only two fucking people in the theater. It felt like we owned that motherfucker.
We could have been naked in there.
We could talk as loud as we wanted during the movie. It was great.
What's funny though is like they didn't show the video. We heard the audio, but there was no visuals on the screen. I had to go and tell them. And they were like,
damn.
Yeah. So.
Really quick.
Be honest, y'all got naked in the movie.
We could have.
I told you I was going to cover him in my ectoplasm.
Real quick, I want to say I went to see Resident Evil the other day.
There's
My
not
daughter
that.
said that
Oh, you talking about the one that?
The newer, whatever
Raccoon
one
Cities?
just came. Yeah, it was okay, but I ordered my tickets early. You know, there was like no one else had ordered tickets. It's like a late showing on a Monday. Wait, was it Monday? No, it was Sunday night. God, and I checked right before the showing just to see if it had filled up at all. And the only seats taken were this group of three that sat right fucking next to me. And they had the whole theater. Like, fuck those people. Like, that happens to me so much. And it's like, especially during COVID, like, what are these people thinking? Like, why? Why do you feel the need to do that?
And when you order tickets, like, you can literally
Yeah.
and you can see which ones are taken already. So why wouldn't you, like, sit
Dude,
somewhere
yeah.
else?
They had several rows they could have chosen from. But no, they wanted to be on the very back row, sitting right next to me.
That's where they were going to jack off, dude. You ruined it for them.
Yeah,
No,
exactly. You fucking-
They ruined
you
it
messed
for
the
me.
whole
I was going to jack off, but they ruined it.
My daughter's review of Resident Evil was much like your review of Ghostbusters.
Really? I'm going to be honest, I fell asleep.
Well, actually,
I didn't
Justin,
even
I
make
wanna
it through the
ask you,
movie.
Since you see, your daughter went to see Ghostbusters with you, right?
Yeah,
How'd she like it?
she loved it. She's a big Ghostbusters fan because of me, of course. But yeah,
Did she like it
loved
better
it.
than the 2015?
I think so. Yeah. Plus, she was a little kid when that movie came out, so you know she liked it for different reasons. But yeah, she loved it, man, and it was fun to take her. That's like Hayden said. That's what kind of makes it different when you have a kid.
It's
like-
kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because I call up Lawrence and I'm like, man, let's go ahead and order our tickets now, so we make sure we get a seat next to each other there. He's like, Lawrence is like, dude, there's nobody gonna be there. He's like, nobody goes to the movies. He's like, we can just buy it when we get there.
Yeah,
Speaking
I've
of
never
which,
seen a
by the
packed
way,
house in years.
this dude shows up to the movie 5 minutes prior to movie start.
Right, I did.
You know, I don't blame you, man. I started
I told
doing
him there's
that.
30 minutes of trailers. He thinks that like.
The trailers are the best part. What are you talking about? I love the trailers.
I'm with Greg on this one. I don't like trailers anymore. Right, Greg?
Yeah, I will
like
say the
to get
Spider-Man
there-
trailer was kind of cool, but
I started getting there 10 minutes late because I've seen all the trailers already.
All right,
most of
let's
the
talk
time.
about that real quick. Let's talk about this Spider-Man shit. So I've been seeing videos surface now. People are fucking scalping Spider-Man tickets.
What?
What?
People are going out. People are. I guess there was like an early sale on Spider-Man tickets, and people are scalping them like they're scalping PlayStations and sports cards and everything else. There's people bragging about how they just bought 50 tickets to Spider-Man.
What?
Yeah.
Man, screw those people.
Yeah, you're going to hell.
Like, is nothing safe anymore?
Nothing's safe, man. Right?
no,
Who
not
would
really.
do that?
They're gonna next thing they're gonna do is get those Spider-Man tickets graded. So,
Rated.
I mean, they're just taking them so they can resell them to people that want to go see the movie on opening day, and it's
That's
like,
why I saved this. I'm gonna get it graded and sell it on YouTube.
There we go.
Dude, I know. Are there going to be scalpers outside of the theater? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know how
Crazy.
they're doing it, but yeah, I'm assuming. I guess that's what they think.
What the fuck?
I got a question for you, Lawrence, because I know you've talked about this a lot in the past. What are your thoughts on Andrew Garfield going really heavy on the fact that he's not going to be in this?
I don't blame him. He received a lot of hate when I don't think his Spider-Mans were that bad. I think he was not a bad Peter Parker or a bad Spider-Man.
He was a
And
terrible
people-
Peter Parker, but go ahead.
Yeah, he was.
It depends. Peter Parker, he ranges from like lovable to hated. I don't get his thing anymore. Mine will always be Tobey Maguire. But Andrew Garfield was not bad, and the fact that he got shit on so much for something he didn't really do.
But see, that's the thing. Like, this is parallel universe kind of fucking Spider-Man, where you're combining different universes. So his Peter Parker would have worked in this movie,
Right, and they shouldn't have. I didn't know they excluded him neither. It's the first time me hearing that. Is that
Well, I
true?
hope he's
Well,
in there.
I that's the question I was going to ask. Do you think he's just if he's being honest, or do you think he's just trying to
He's
keep
bullshitting.
it hidden?
Yeah,
Okay.
Could go either
it's a
way. He might-
diversion. It's
a diversion.
dude. That is the worst kept secret in Hollywood about that. Shit.
Dude, I'm surprised Tom Holland hasn't spilled the beans already.
Tobey
Yeah, I know,
Maguire
he's
especially
always-
hasn't started ranting or gotten into some argument.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the fucking movie.
But I think it'd be so cool if they all came back. Hopefully that's the case.
There's no way they show Alfred Molina's Doc Ock and Willem
Green
Dafoe's
Goblin.
Green Goblin, and Tobey
Well,
Maguire's
now-
Spider-Man's not in there.
We never see Willem Dafoe's face though. So
It's
I'm
a
hoping
threat, though.
I'm hoping he's in there too. We'll
What they
see.
could do is that could be Harry Osborn. He took over the mantle, and maybe he
Oh,
undoes
yeah.
it, and it's James Franco. That could work. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed.
I don't think James Franco is allowed in Hollywood.
No,
Here's the thing, though. Let's say all these
maybe it's Dave Franco.
Yeah,
Yeah, James so good.
let's say all these people are in the movie, and it's just too much star power, and it fucking sucks.
I mean that
very-
I'm afraid of that. I mean, I'm a sucker for Marvel movies, so I probably will love it. But it doesn't take much to please me when it comes to that
You know,
shit. So
I always say the same thing. I hate the Marvel movies. I'm the first one to watch them. I'm sitting in the theater, loving them. I thought Ant-Man would tank. I'm sitting there loving it. So, I mean, I'm the sucker for it too.
I mean, not all of them are great, but I enjoy things about all of them. So
Yeah, they're
People
easy
are
to
always
do.
trying to get me to watch something, some TV series or something comic book related. I'm like, I don't fucking care. I
Honestly,
just don't care about
after
it.
Infinity War or Endgame, whichever the last one was with Thanos, I stopped caring. What's the reward now? I feel like they've conquered everything.
Yeah,
What's
I
the
don't
next
know.
move?
they're supposed to get deeper into like the multiverse and like the Eternals and all that.
Galactus, and yeah, I guess we'll
Yeah.
see how it goes.
I did see Black Widow. I thought it was good. I thought it was an unnecessary movie, but like
Yes.
as far as the story
getting a-
goes, but
They're getting into all this shit about the Eternals and such like that, but do people really care about that stuff?
Right. That's
If
what I
it's
was
not
thinking.
the
I don't even know
X-Men,
the
it's not
Eternals.
Batman.
I think it's
It's not
honestly.
fucking-
I think maybe it's more for the like diehard Marvel people.
I also think
they're
they're
like-
probably
Get
trying to
more
catch
money.
lightning in a bottle like they did with Guardians of the Galaxy too.
Yep,
You
that's
know,
probably
no one
what
gave
it
a
is.
shit about them, but that movie was a hit.
I'm with Greg right now. If it's not a main type thing like Superman, Spider-Man, X-Men, I really don't care anymore. I'm so worn out on superhero shit, man. It's just getting on me. I tried to watch Daredevil when I got to season 3, but I was like, you know what? It's the same shit, man. Like,
It is. That was the same thing that
Daredevil's
happened to
gonna
me.
be
I was like-
Kingpin, and that's the end. Yeah.
I was like, oh, here's some fucking
got kinda
crisis that's going
repetitive.
between him and this person. It's a side story that we don't care about when we really just want to see him fight Kingpin. It's too much
By
side
the way,
shit, man.
that was an excellent choice for Kingpin. That guy.
Oh
was
yeah,
a perfect
definitely. I
Kingpin.
did like that.
Vincent D'Onofrio. He's good in everything he's in.
I don't know what Shang-Chi is, honestly.
I've heard good things about it. I haven't sat down to watch it yet, but
Yeah,
Honestly, I thought
same.
that was a Mortal Kombat character when I first saw the fucking name.
Dude, I kept getting that movie confused with that G.I. Joe, whatever the fuck movie it was. that just came
Snake
out.
Eyes or
Yeah.
Snake Eyes.
But it's the same guy, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
or,
same
they,
actor.
or are they just both
What
Asian?
did you? What was that from?
Me and
Both
Corey
Asian?
are the only people who get that.
No, I heard that before. Where did that come from?
We got canceled real quick.
We used to play Monopoly with my nephew, and every time somebody would roll Snake, well, he had like a little bit of a lisp. So like every time somebody would roll Snake Eyes, it didn't matter who it was, he'd chime in every time and go Snake Eyes.
Oh God.
Lisp for
And me and
fun.
Corey just kind of been saying it's like that.
I thought you said we got cancer real quick. I didn't know what you said.
Canceled. I said we got canceled because of Hayden's Asian comment.
I didn't hear it. What was it?
He just said it was the same guy, and I'm like, are you sure it wasn't just another Asian?
Stop.
I don't know why I'm repeating the...
I have an Asian wife and child, so it's okay.
Well, was it really the same guy, though? I'm really curious now.
No, it is.
By Hayden's logic.
Bring back Chung Bung, Hayden.
I mean,
By Hayden's logic, every action movie with an Asian, it's Jackie Chan that plays the part.
This guy?
oh god.
Oh
I will say this though, my daughter does look just like my wife. I'm just saying.
You know what's funny though? I think your daughter just looks like an Asian version of you.
Really?
Yeah, I can see her. I can see her more.
What the fuck? I've seen his daughter on stream before. She looks nothing like Greg. Maybe
Yeah.
a little bit.
I can see
Nothing
it.
at all.
I'm glad
They
somebody
even say it
can
at
see
work. They're like, they say, how'd that come out of you, Greg? Isn't that insulting when someone
Like,
says
first off, it didn't. Okay, it's still in there.
Yeah.
I get mad when people say that shit.
Yeah, like,
Or like when they find out that I'm married to my wife, they're like, I can't believe she's married to you. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
What?
I didn't know y'all were married. That would really shocked me.
they want you to be a neckbeard, Greg.
It's because you're ugly.
Guess so.
I wasn't gonna say that, Greg. I didn't say that. I wouldn't even thought.
I'll say it.
You're not looking too good yourself these days, Dustin.
Hold on.
I know. Hey, I've been through a lot of shit.
Henry Hunter Jr. and Jay Cutler.
I'm just
Well,
waiting for. I'm still waiting for Hayden to shave off the hair so we can see the Braun Strowman.
That's gonna be
of the
a
podcast.
So you can see what?
See you become Braun Strowman.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, Hayden,
Trying to get hair like mine over there.
before the show tonight, I was watching your movie,
What? What movie?
Rudolph. Yukon Cornelius.
Oh, you were.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
that costume's
when,
gotta happen.
I'll
When
make
Hay-
it happen.
When Haley was born, at her first checkup that they do with the baby, we pulled the baby out the car seat, and the midwife or the nurse or whatever the hell she was, she asked Jeannie, "Did you breed with yourself?" Well, I'm sitting in the room. I'm just like, all right. But she was basically saying that the kid looked nothing like me.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
But my son now, he's like my twin. But the older he gets, he starts to look like his mom. So
Oh, it's official. Shang-Chi and Snake Eyes are different Asian people.
no,
I did it side by side.
You just needed confirmation.
oh no.
I don't know. There might be overlapping cast, but I
Y'all
don't
been
know.
watching news lately? I don't know, because you were talking about Brian Landry earlier in Cornelius.
Oh,
I was browsing through it earlier today to see if there's anything noteworthy.
there was like a shooting in Michigan today or something,
Yeah.
and then what's his name? That
biggest clip?
designer died. Ablo.
Everything I see is about this
Virgil.
fucking Omicron Alex SARS.
Oh, the new virus.
fucking herpes AIDS shit. That's
Herpes AIDS.
it's all that. And then the one thing that I did see that caught my interest was apparently Tiger Woods is doing better, and he's talking about making a return to the pros sometime in the future.
Golf? golfers are lucky. They don't have to be in shape to be good at it, I guess, or something. Because you can just age to like nothing and still be.
Well, you know he was in like a bad wreck, right?
Super bad. Almost killed him.
Yeah.
No,
He actually wasn't talking about golfing. He was talking about the pro strip club circuit again. He was making a comeback.
Damn right.
Come back to porn stuff. How do you leave a supermodel for a porn star anyhow? Idiot.
There
She
you
wasn't
go.
a supermodel.
You wanted some
just
news, Lawrence? There's your
She was a
news.
nanny. So
No,
Right,
she
he
was
wrecked the Oklahoma Sooners.
his
It's
ex-
all over the news.
his ex-wife was
was a model. Yeah.
yeah.
oh,
Man, I don't know why
One you
you cheat
cheated
on
on?
her. She was pretty damn hot.
Because sometimes,
Maybe-
Hayden, you just want that stank pussy.
well, Charles Barkley.
That
Yes.
Charles
With
Barkley
that,
said
you
that.
know, homegrown stuff. You want that stank.
Charles Barkley
Go
said
ahead,
basically
Stank.
because Tiger Woods was a big fat nerd his whole life. So
Well,
whenever he
it's
got
not so
famous,
much.
he'd get
Not so
pussy.
much about that stank. It's more about that strange.
And the chase,
yeah.
man.
No.
I was talking
I
I was
agree
talking
with
to someone
Dustin
about
on
that
that
earlier.
What?
You know what, Lawrence? This is something I want to know. I was talking
No,
with somebody
but
the
he
other
was
day.
saying- no,
Go ahead.
I was saying Dustin was saying Tiger Woods was a nerd his whole life. When he finally got famous, he could finally get whoever he wanted, and that goes to show you, Greg, what we've been talking about. If you got money, you can get that. You know, if you got money.
Well,
you can
here's the
fame and all
thing. Me and Greg have talked about this, and it's an issue with a lot of guys. Guys have that hunter mindset,
Yep.
and you're always on the hunt.
The chase is good.
Yeah.
So even though he had
feel
this
like-
supermodel,
Yes.
he
Fucked an ugly waitress.
I feel like. Do y'all feel like if you were like a celebrity that just like was drowning in bitches every day, that shit would get old after a while?
Yeah.
Oh, most definitely.
That's why he went out and
'Cause they
found
always sold it,
a stank hoe. He wants that stank.
Yeah.
I just feel like having a different woman every night would just get old after a while. I mean, pussy is pussy. At the end
Is
of the
it
day,
though?
You know how he picked her up too, right, Greg?
How's that?
He had to drop an egg first.
Oh God, man! I was thinking about that shit the other day. How fucking sad were we?
You know what? I loved it. For anyone that doesn't know, there's I got down this rabbit hole one time of that the pickup artist shit, and I was just watching the video, and there's this guy teaching this class. These guys are taking notes on how to get women. That was like the most hilarious thing in the world to me.
they made a whole reality show about that guy.
Yeah.
Did he give sound advice, or was it just?
No, and he dressed like a fucking tool bag.
I don't
Yeah.
He
know.
wore like goggles on his head and shit. Yeah.
I don't know-
Hey,
I
let's
don't
talk
know.
about this shit
I don't
right
wait.
here.
I don't know who Pete Davidson is, but apparently he fucks every girl in the
You
world.
don't know who Pete Davidson is?
No.
Dude, you don't know
Really?
who? How old are you? That's the most
Oh my
old man
gosh.
thing you've ever said in your life.
I don't know who it is. I don't know what
He's
to tell
currently
you, man.
fucking Kim Kardashian.
Oh,
Dude,
okay,
it is
now I know what you're
crazy.
talking about.
Like, he seems like, you know, an okay, like, friendly guy, but how the fuck is he pulling that much pussy? I don't understand. Like, Ariana Grande to Kate Beckinsale.
Maybe he
Like,
needs
what
to
the
do it.
fuck?
Maybe he needs to make a video.
I'd
Oh,
watch
I'll
it.
watch that shit.
Goddamn, yeah.
What are you trying to pull up here, Hayden? What is this?
Oh, just this is why I haven't shaved my beard yet, because of this picture. It's all an illusion.
Tina said it's because he's funny. She thinks it's because he's funny.
He's not that much funnier than a lot of guys, though. That's my theory on it. So
Well, I know he was
don't know.
close with that. I know he's close. He was close with like Kanye West and that whole clique. So I guess they had some kind of underlying chemistry.
I
Bill
think
Burr,
she was on.
look,
Kardashian thing.
She was on SNL, and I think that's where he probably like picked her up.
Pete
look,
Davidson
just
Bill
guess
Burr is
it.
fucking hilarious, but you don't
face
hear
in the
him
world.
talking about how he was rolling in the pussy.
Well, that's
Bill
because he's
Burr?
been with the
He's
same
been
woman
married
for
forever.
a long time.
I think that there guys like Pete Davidson, he's not a fucking attractive dude in my opinion.
Yeah.
He looks like a
They
sneak
just
bug,
know
honestly.
they know how to fucking talk to women.
It's all about the charisma.
He
Yeah,
gives no
it's the
fuck.
game.
Like, his face looks like he's high 24/7.
Yeah, I'm
These
looking at
pictures
him
look
right
sober.
now.
Yeah, this guy looks sneaky as hell, dude. I would not. What?
I
The
want to punch this dude in the fucking face
Right,
just looking
he
at his
has the
pictures.
most punchable face in the world.
He looks like a sneak fuck.
Every one of us has seen like a fucking doofus looking dude with a hot chick before. There's
He's
just
the king.
certain. There's
Look.
some guys that can.
He's
do
the
it.
ugly guy king.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. This dude is a snake oil salesman if I've ever seen one before. Okay? Look at this guy.
Yeah, not one of those
He-
pictures looks like someone I want to meet.
He looks like my little brother. He looks like he could be my little brother.
He also gets the. He also can get the
Why would you
sympathy.
say that?
Hey man, he's the king of us ugly guys.
I
Like,
think
he pulled-
Ben has a
You're
good
not
point.
ugly though. Like you don't look untrustworthy. This guy looks untrustworthy.
He does. He looks sneaky, man.
Even when he's trying to be normal, he looks like a douche. Like,
I think Ben nailed it though. There is this kind of look, this like
Yeah.
skinny, like it's almost like you look like white trash,
Yeah.
but somehow girls are into it. I don't know. I don't really get it, but
I hate to say this too. This is like bad to say, but I think Pete Davidson has that built-in sympathy with his dad dying on 9/11 that he can.
oh, is that true?
He doesn't.
His dad
even
was a
look,
fireman. Yeah.
Yeah.
he doesn't even look better than Paul Rudd.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. He's like
I don't think Paul Rudd's bad looking. He's just average. I don't know.
Yeah,
He's just
he
like
got
a
worn
dad. I don't know. That's how he comes across to me.
Is the cool
I did.
dad?
There is a movie with
Yeah.
him and Bill Burr. It's called The King of Staten Island. That's actually really good.
Yeah, it is good. It's more about Bill Burr, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Right?
but it's very good.
That's probably his number one pickup right there, Ben. You're right.
Yeah. Hey, my dad died 9/11. You want to fuck?
I'm feeling kind of down. Thinking about my dad today.
Yeah, thinking about my
He looks
dad.
like he would
you
take
know.
her to the World Trade Center site to fuck her. Though. So, like,
Oh,
Well, ain't
God,
mine.
yeah.
like he'd be
Right
able
on
to
the
get that level of
memorial.
depraved. Right in the memorial, in the water.
Oh man.
Well, that memorial, to be honest, is like kind of built for that. You just pop her up where the names are and just
Oh God.
oh god,
Oh,
put it on his name.
exactly.
Set her ass on his name.
Oh.
You know what's weird is like I have no desire to go to New York anymore. Like I just
I'm
think
the
I'll get
opposite. I
annoyed
have to see
there.
that memorial before I died.
I want to know what's up with you wanting to go to Jamaica.
I was lying, dude. I don't want to go to Jamaica. It's
Sure
a
hope
place
so.
that'd be nice to go. You know, it's not bad.
Not with another
I'm not-
dude.
You went to Chicago with another guy. I don't want to hear this, Rick.
And his
Yeah, but
wife.
Chicago's rough. Chicago's not romantic. You need
Yeah,
It's
that
not
in
all bad,
Chicago.
though. There's good spots.
We also brought this other guy to my house, so I don't know.
Tried to fuck Corey. I'm just saying.
Oh man.
Let's see.
Oh, really? I'm so disappointed in her.
Oh, I don't know. I don't get it.
Well,
I mean,
you know what? She better do it at his place because if she brings him to hers, he's gonna steal all her shit as soon as they're done. Because he's a sneak fuck.
it's just Pete's got that like, I don't give a fuck about anything sort of like attitude
Dude,
that
nothing
I
will be
think
serious
girls
that
really gravitate towards.
All right.
Does he have
He likes
money?
Rick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's-
Yeah, he's a actor and comedian. He's on SNL. He's done movies.
Well, he's the only like SNL cast member that can come and go like whenever he wants. It's kind of weird. I don't
Is it
know.
real? Is it really bragging rights to say you're banging Kim Kardashian now, though? Hasn't everybody already done it?
I think if you're Pete Davidson, it is.
Yeah.
And honestly,
He did.
yeah, because he's white, so
He did something. The other ones couldn't. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Right after Kanye, especially. Yeah, it's a big deal.
Maybe he's packing more than Kanye.
Like
What's weird though is that him and Kanye West are like friends that go way back. So it's like that's his homeboy, fucking his
It's probably
ex-wife.
a deal with him.
I don't know that I believe Kanye West has friends, honestly.
I don't know.
He's friends with Donald Trump, you know.
He-
He's got one friend.
Oh, Ben says Kanye's all kinds of pissed about it.
Well, because they're not even officially divorced yet. I don't even know that they've even like started the process. According to Kanye, there's nothing's been done. So they're
That's
just
the kind of
separated.
dirtbag he is. He went with his best friend's wife. Like, come on, man.
Exactly.
You're not doing yourself any favors. Like, but
See, this is what I was talking about, man.
What?
I'm looking at news now. It's like Omicron SARS-CoV-2. Like, how many fucking dashes and abbreviations is gonna come with this shit?
The world's never going back to normal. Like, I've given up hope. We'll ever go back.
Every time it gets close, it's like something
Oh, new
else
virus.
happens.
The WHO comes back and says something. The World Health Organization, not the band. For
damn, next the Beatles are gonna be back.
right.
Well, on that note, I think you've gone about as far as you can with this episode.
I think I kind of have to. Yeah.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Dustin said he wants to go to bed early anyway, and what time is it? It's still early. I might try to put together some Superman shit or something. I don't know. Or I may push my midlife crisis further and start drinking.
What have you been drinking?
These.
He loves the Trulies. Oh, how are those holiday ones, man? I haven't tried them yet.
I was actually thinking about doing a review video on them.
You should.
I think I'm going to. So I'll save my comments for that.
All right.
Because I've drank 2 of the flavors so far. I've tried the pomegranate and the spiked apple spice. Pomegranate ginger fizz, to be exact.
Nice.
But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap this one up. But, so before we head out of here, give that Patreon shout out that I always promise. I do believe that Jonathan is going to cash in on his $7 tier and come at us with a show takeover. So he's gonna come in with a topic for us to discuss. I just got to get with him
Yeah,
and figure out what this is going to be. Well, the only reason he wasn't with us tonight is because he didn't want Ghostbusters spoiled for him. So.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. So we'll see what I'll get with him and see what he wants to do for the episode. You might want to do a top 10 list. You might want to discuss something, bring in some type of topic. It'll be interesting though. It's the first time anyone's done that. I'm looking forward to it.
Hell yeah.
And then we got what was the top 10 list we said we had coming in the future? It was like a good one. No one remembers?
I forgot.
It was so good we forgot.
We'll have to re.
Oh, was it the Tim Curry movies?
No,
might have
that's
been.
what it was. It was Tim Curry.
Was it Tim Curry?
Top 10.
Yeah.
Anything
That'd be
he's
a good
been
one. Anything?
Supporting, starring, in for 2 seconds, cameo, doesn't matter.
All right. Well, that'll be coming on a future episode. Maybe we'll try to get that one out for like a
But
New
Greg,
Year
what would the
thing. I don't know.
stipulations be for the honorable mentions?
Do we really have to have them? I mean, stipulations. Why is there got to be stipulations?
For the honorables?
Why can't it just be a fucking honorable mention? This is my
man.
honorable mention because
Why don't you do?
that was given to me, but I don't even really like this
never mind.
movie.
I say you got to also like do your top 10 based on his performance, not the quality of the movie.
I like
So like
that.
the movie could have sucked, but his performance was great, so that's how you base it on.
Yeah, okay. That works.
Usually, though, if I like his performance, I like the movie. So
Well, I guess I can watch Rocky Horror Picture Show because I've never watched that.
I've never seen that.
I mean, that'll be high on my list for him, probably. Just
Is
because
that
he's so.
movie actually good? Because I hate musicals, and I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
I would give it a shot because I didn't
Okay.
watch it for years, thinking I wouldn't like it, and I mean, the music's like Meatloaf style. So if you like Meatloaf,
I want to eat
I'll
some
check it
meatloaf,
out.
actually.
I was just thinking that. Good right now, actually.
All right, Corey, shout out your channel before we get out of here, man.
well, I encourage anyone to watch the train wreck of a show we had Friday night. I got
Doing that.
extremely drunk. Apparently, Hayden was on Ambien. We had a wild time. I kind of went off the rails. There was a parody Greg and Lawrence fight at one point on the
Oh, man.
on the screen.
God.
Now,
Was I a part
Now
of
I have
that?
to watch
Yes, you were Greg and I was Lawrence.
Oh God!
what?
I'm like vaguely. It's coming back to me.
I can't wait.
So check that out. I guess it's a 4.5 hour show.
Lord Jesus.
And then this Friday night, 11 p.m. Central, we're gonna do like a watch along of the old MXC show from Spike TV back in the day.
Wait, when is that?
11 p.m. Friday.
Friday.
Ooh, I
okay.
might jump on that then.
Dude,
If
I
you're
love
doing it
that
late.
fucking show.
Yeah, if you're doing it late,
might
I'll probably
jump
jump
on
on
that
that
too.
with you.
Hell yeah.
Are you gonna like do a link to where we can watch it at? Like
I-
you do the other ones.
I won't. Do you guys have Amazon Prime?
I
Yeah.
do.
I can get
Because
it
it's
back.
on there. It's
Oh,
on there.
sweet.
So we'll do. We'll watch it through there.
Cool.
Well,
Maybe do like 3 or 4 episodes or something. So
since we're all fucking dying and coughing all over the place, I'll just say until next time.
Slack off.
Slack off.
Slack off, guys. And we love you.